Well, hello YouTube. Leo here. How you guys doing today? Today we are out on another mission, looking up old historic sites and old historic tales. And today I am on Meador Holler in Mingo County in West Virginia. You can see I'm 100 yards maybe up from the intersection on Meador Holler. This is the famous Goldie's hardware store right here. And now Goldie's Goldie's is not a place you're likely to just stumble across, okay? It's located way up a holler in the middle of nothing but Appalachian peace. The kind of places Heather and I prefer the most. Goldie's is said to have been built around 1888 and was once owned by a niece of William Anderson Hatfield, also known as Devil Anse. What's interesting is if you look at papers from back then, though, he was called Bad Andy more often than not. But Devil Anse is the name that stuck for the ages. And sounds a little more ominous, I suppose. Right down the road here was Devil Anse's brother's place, Valentine Wall Hatfield. He was later convicted for his part in the Hatfield and McCoy feud and was sent to prison, where he died shortly after. Devil Anse himself was said to have shopped here at Goldie's and slept here several times, traveling back and forth or just hiding out. I wish I knew what it was actually called back then. At first, we thought it was maybe just one of those things people say, just juicy rumors, more or less. But then we started hearing people saying that they remember their grandpas or grandmas talking about actually seeing Devil Anse here and even having conversations with him inside. Goldie's here was also seen on an episode of the popular TV series American Pickers on the History Channel a few years back. Either way, this place has been cared for a really long time until now. Until just a few years ago, Goldie Ann Daniels Ray and her husband, Gary Michael Ray, took care of and loved this place. But they've passed away now. And as with most things, it seems like all the little trinkets and all the time that they spent here is just gone forever. Just vanished away with them, which I suppose is a part of life, but it's still hard to accept sometimes. But we can at least remember them and Goldie's hardware store for just a little while today. Now, if you guys will remember, I did a story on the Daniels feud not long ago. Well, Goldie is kin to those Daniels, which is also an interesting fact. Sorry. Also, as a bonus, we managed to come across a very interesting old comment that said, and I quote, "That's my grandmother's store. My grandfather built that store. Eliza and Scott Browning. It also used to be used as a post office on one side. Had you turned your camera around up on the hill straight across from the store, you would have seen their 10-foot tall tombstones. That's where they were buried. They didn't go far away from home at all." So, now we have a name. And maybe some never-before-seen headstones, too. Well, that sounds like a job for the Hillbilly Files now, doesn't it? So, of course, we looked into it, and Eliza, too. Eliza Aunt Sissy Steele Browning is the daughter of Nancy Hatfield Steele, who is Valentine's daughter. which makes Eliza a second niece to Devil Anse. But the problem is she was born in 1875. So her husband building it in 1888 when she was only 13 years old is pretty unlikely. So before we even pull off the lot here, we've already separated one rumor from the truth. Now today we're going to go try to find Eliza and Leander Scott Browning's graves, which have no known pictures that we could find, by the way, and also visit Goldie and Mike, assuming that I can find them. Goldie was cremated and buried right next to her husband. So I invite you guys to come along for the ride and go see what we find out. Either way, this should be a very interesting day. So I guess right off the bat, step one would be to follow the directions that I just read you and turn around. I don't know if you can see them up through the trees. I'm assuming you probably can't. I can barely see it. But you know what I see up there? I see some really tall monuments. Now, as I got here, when I first got here, there was a gentleman and his wife were pulling out from right up here, and I flagged them down and stopped them. And I asked them about it, and they said, yes, you go right down here and turn right and go up there, and you'll see a little road going up there to that graveyard. So that is going to be our next stop. I'm going to go up there and see if I can find these old graves. And I've got some other stuff. We're going to also go and find Goldie as well. And I have some other stuff I'll be doing today too. Don't want to let too many cats out of the bag just yet, but I think you guys will really like that too. But for right now, I guess I need to go down here and find this little road and get up there on top of the mountain. We'll see you guys up there. Okay, once again on the side of a mountain. Seems to be a normal thing though, so we're used to that. Not a very wide path though, is it? You can see the car right down there, that little tiny hint of red. That's the Mustang sitting next to that house with the green roof. Now, when I came out, the gentleman that I spoke to said the first driveway is where the graveyard's entrance is, right down here. Pulled into the driveway, went up and to knock on the door. A young lady named Madison came out and offered me a free kitten. Turns out she is her father. He came up and we talked to him for a while. His name was Robbie, and I practically begged the gentleman to be on camera, you know, and to talk to you guys, because what he has, the information he has, is priceless. And when I run into people like that, you know, out here, I always try to talk to them, and, you know, because they'll give you a lot of information about things that you don't necessarily have. Wow, look at this. This is, I don't know if y'all can tell how steep that hill is, but man, this is steep. The two 10-foot obelisks right there. I see them. And there's Goldie's right down the hill. Cool, huh? There she is right there. There's Goldie's right center of your camera. I'm sure you can't see it, but trust me, it's right there through the trees. But, so, I guess there's only a handful here. So I'll show these first real quick, and we'll work our way over to Eliza and Scott, who should be right over there. The original builders of Goldie's Hardware. And then I've got a line on where Goldie's at, and Scott up in Grapevine, another little holler called Grapevine over in Beach Creek, which is just on the other side of the mountain. So we'll run up there too here in a little while. Now this is Dean Haywood, born in 1908 to 1982. Cassie B. Dean, 1905 to 2004. Hillside's a little bit muddy and it's very steep. So this is one of them watch your step situations. This is Charles H. Coovert, C-O-O-V-E-R-T. I think it's a child. Yeah. It's a stillborn, only has one date. August 4th, 1974. The only date on it. There's the two big ones. The two 10-foot ones right there. That vaults too. This is a World War II vet here, guys. This is Lawrence M. Dean, Staff Sergeant, U.S. Air Force, World War II, 1927 to 2019. Ruth Mignon, M-I-G-M-O-N, 1927 to 2019, and James Conrad Dean, 1930 to 2010. And now all that's left, let's see if there's any more, maybe unmarked. I see a few stones here and there that could be old graves. This is Eliza, no doubt. Mother. I don't see Eliza, but it says Browning, so this is it, and it's the right spot, and it's a 10-foot obelisk as well. Go around it and make sure there's nothing. It just says Mother on this side. And nothing over here as well. Just Mother right there. And Browning here. Now, this is what we're looking for right here. Eliza Steele Browning, March 6th, 1878. We got the date right, Heather. To September 27th, 1966. Wow. Eliza's grave. And right over here, let me see what's the easiest way to get down there. Probably right through here. Now, over and go around. Very steep hillside. Down this way and around. Very steep, very muddy day too. Not real helpful. But we'll get there. Browning. I see one down there, Scott. That's it. And that big piece of plate metal. That's him. Scott Browning. November 14th, 1875 to May 30th, 1950. Wow, they really didn't go far, did they? Right there's the hardware store right there. Right across the street and up the hill. Exactly like the post said. Imagine that. A little bit of research. And here we are. You did good, Heather. Now that we have found these, we need to head on up and find Goldie's Hardware's namesake, the person that Goldie's Hardware was named for. That's up next. I do have another stop that I've got to check right here. We're looking for someone in particular. Don't want to let too many cats out of the bag just yet. But I do have another stop or two right in this area, in the Meador area, before I cross over the hill and head over into the Beach Creek area to go look for Goldie. And we've got something over in there as well too. I guess I can let the cat out the bag a little bit. We're looking for a grave from another video I did about a week ago, that if we can find this one particular grave, which does exist because we've seen pictures of this particular grave, then there's a good chance that a couple lost historical characters from the feud, actual participants, not descendants, won't we? We'll see. Wish me luck, guys. We're on a real treasure hunt today. Ha! I thought she was right here. Goldie. Y'all see the yellow Jeep directly in front of me? I was at the wrong graveyard. I went next door and, you know, said hello, introduced myself, told them who I was, what I was doing, and who I was looking for. Guess who this is? This is Goldie's brothers. He is escorting me directly to her grave.
See, we was born and raised on the hill over here.
Really?
Had a house on the hill over there. We was born and raised up there. And we moved so much back and forth. We moved about 11 times within 5 years. Got it back and forth to Bend Creek, Glen Alum, down in Glen Alum town there.
There's some pretty countryside up in here, ain't it?
Yeah. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
And all we have is only sightseeing we get when we sit on the porch and watch them side-by-sides go out here.
Yeah. This is really pretty, ain't it?
Me and my brother, both brothers is 71 years. I'm 71 and my brother's 72 or 73. And me and him tries to keep us clean.
Y'all do a good job.
But we ain't really able. I've been about dead with cancer stuff.
You?
Yeah, I've been had cancer. I got it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I got everything wrong with me, buddy.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I ain't even walking. We walk this. Doctor told me to get out and walk, and I walk this hard about every day that I can, you know. For
yeah, it's good for you.
3 miles. And here's Goldie's.
Really?
And there's Max.
Wow. Huh. There she is.
And I miss her too, that's my younger sister.
It's your baby sister, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, I got another sister looks identical to her up there. Up in
And there's Mike.
Foundation.
Huh. Get a close up of those. Wife will get me if I don't. I would not have found this. I was going to the wrong cemetery. I was going to the one right above your house.
Yeah, that's the Praters and Canterbury's.
So you know who else is up here? Is it all Daniels?
No, it's Esco's up here. Well, all these over here. That's my uncle down there, my aunt, my mama, my papa, and that's Bernie. That's my uncle too.
Huh.
Okay, and my brother's wife. That's my brother's wife, James Daniels. One I was telling you about down the road.
Yeah.
That's his wife. Right
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
there.
I'd have never found this.
All these years, he's just worked off for me and my kid.
Oh, really?
My wife.
Oh, okay. So these are yours right here then, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's I have that fixed for my wife, and this one's mine.
Really?
And now I got it reserved for my son.
Huh.
And that's my other sister, lives down towards the Vaughn Rosetta Blankenship, one married to Tukey.
Yeah.
And that's her husband, second husband.
That's wild. I don't know where I'm going to be buried
That's
at.
my other brother's wife right there. He lives over up in, there might one up in that, shoot, I can't even think of that name all the time, yeah.
Warm Holler?
Grandson's baby over on that main end right there.
Right. Huh.
So it's really all Cisco's and Daniel's up there.
Right. So Goldie was cremated, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike wasn't, right?
No, Mike was cremated too.
Oh, was he cremated too? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, both of them was cremated.
I was thinking he did a regular burial and she did cremation. It sure is a pretty place. Beautiful up in here.
We've been laying off up there mowing. We should have done that mowed.
You're doing a good job. Somebody's doing well on this, that's for sure. I go into graveyards that's up past your chest all the time.
Now look at this holler now. Out there, people think so. Oh, but state's really taking care of that. But you know, me and my brother, we start from out this holler with a riding lawnmower on the wide places like this here. And the rest of us weed eater and a push mower. And we do it from mouth holler all the way to the hill holler. And people say, why do y'all do that for? I said, well, we don't have nothing else to do. And we like to keep the holler clean.
And ain't nobody else volunteering.
We got about 5 of us walks this holler every day. And if somebody throws out pop cans, beer cans, or anything like that, we pick them up and get rid of them.
Yeah.
Try to keep the hollers clean, you know. But
so what was this?
that's where my Marine Cisco I was telling you about was up there.
Yeah.
Cisco's now. That's where he was. That's where he lived at when they died.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
His son died in that house. He was taking them pills to put on your tongue for your heart.
Yeah,
and
nitro.
Took some of them, walked out on the porch, fell dead.
Huh. I guess. But yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. This is awesome, man. I appreciate this. You don't even know how much. Crossed out of Beach Creek, back into Maid Creek, going by Straight Fork right now. Man, y'all would not believe the day I've had. I think I climbed 5 or 6 mountains today. Talked to a half a dozen different people trying to get information. Found everything. Think I may have found something important. We'll find out. Think I may have found something big. We'll find out, won't we? Ellis and Hatfield's house right there. My God, what a day. It has been wild. It has been a wild, wild, wild day. Been a good one though. Anyway, I am wore out. My legs are broke. My knees are broke. My ankles are broke. I don't think I could climb one more mountain. I think I would die trying. But by God, we got everything. We found everything. Found my main protagonist for my story today. And got a few other things I was needing to get done here. And like I said, climbed 4, 5, 6 mountains today. But I found everything. All I gotta do now is get home. I wiped out 3 batteries today, 3 GoPro batteries today. All I gotta do now is get home, get the video to Heather, and take my shoes off. It's been a long day, guys. By Ellis and Hatfield Cemetery right there. The death that caused the feud to kick into high gear, right over there. Right in the middle of it, ain't I? So I guess that's the whole point. Alright, I'm getting out of here. I am wore out. My last battery is down to 19%. I am happy as can be. Y'all just don't even know. Alright, I'm out of here. We'll see y'all later.